Now today we got to ride our RD400. It is now officially 45 years old according to the bill of sale, which probably it's 46 or 47 years old because these bikes were made a year before people actually bought them. That doesn't matter anyway. It is a fun bike to ride. It has stood the test of time. It never disappoints you when you want some excitement in your life or you just want to go back and relive your childhood, as many of us old geezers like to do. And this title was made when it was 43 years old. I wonder. It's been an evil twin. It's been sport bike. It had these pipes, that pipes, this motor mod. It's back to being a stock bike. Well, this is starting to look like a really great day to get out on the RD and do some two-stroking. I have a fresh can of two-stroke oil. The bike is ready to go. I am ready to go. We haven't done a two-stroke day in quite a while. Today's the day. Nothing new about this. It's job one as always here in our little tiny garage with our little small humble bike collection. Job one is move the motorcycles around and get the bike that you want to ride out the front door. So being a parking lot attendant is what I seem to be doing every day now. But it's better than not having a collection of bikes, that's for sure. But it is annoying that I just don't have a bigger garage. But shame on me. Anyway. And pre-flighting the bike, getting it cleaned up. This was looking like it might be a good day, but you never know. Rain was in the forecast, and it was tentatively going to get cloudy. So I was trying to take advantage of the amount of weather I had, because Karen had a list a mile long of things we still wanted to do in the garden. We still have stuff to do there to finish it up before the real, I'll call it the real riding season, where we get up and do our perp walk in the garden, harvest our vegetables, and then I pretty much have the rest of the day to go riding. And people with a lot of experience with two-strokes know you always take a couple extra fresh plugs and a plug wrench just in case. But to be honest, this bike has really never fouled a plug, so I don't know, but it's good insurance. Okay, fish, come on. Come on. It's a two-stroke day. You gotta eat if you want to go two-stroking. Whoa! And as I was getting ready to leave, it was getting cloudier and cloudier and cloudier, and I was just wondering about the weather. Now, right away, I realized it's going to be iffy weather. There were raindrops here and there, and roads were wet in different places. And, of course, you never can predict the weather. Never. Now, early on in this ride, actually on the way out to the riding area, we had a couple of drops of rain. Then it had a little more rain, and you can see from time to time the roads are still wet, even though this went over a course of a couple of hours. Then we had some real nasty clouds come in, and it really looked like it was going to pour, but it never really did. It just was light drizzle here and there, sporadic. Now, whenever I'm out on this bike, it's like you really don't have any self-control. It lures you in, and every time you look and there's a gap in the traffic ahead of you, you've got to go through the gears. Or else, why would you have an RD? But this is not a highway cruiser. It's not meant to be. It's the bumpier and the wetter and the sloppier the roads get, the more fun this bike gets to ride. And it gets slippery at times. Now, we had a contest one day. What noise was louder, the piston slap on an RD or the dry clutch on some of the old Ducatis? I think it was a tie. And this one little area was so full of potholes, it was just scary. And what happens when the potholes fill up with water, that's when you get yourself in trouble. And this stock exhaust is nice and quiet going through the populated areas. And when I had either one of the two tuned exhausts that I have for this bike, and they were both loud, and you'd get on the gas, go through the gears, and a mile up the road, people would be taking baby carriages and getting them on the sidewalk. It's amazing. And when I'm on one of the bigger bikes, I'm not so prone to go crazy going through the gears. But this bike, it is just something about it. You just want to hold that throttle wide open all the time. That's amazing. Every time I pull in for gas, I wish I had the MT-09 at 50 miles a gallon. Well, you know what? This bike is not 50 miles to the gallon, that's for sure. But I always do keep track of it. And here we are. I got 63 miles, and I always just do a rough calculation in my head for 2.5. Well, it's not 50 miles a gallon. You know, I can't jury rig that. But you know what? And as much as I hate the mileage, I do love the. And yeah, the mileage really is terrible. But you know what? At the end of the day, when you fill it up, somehow I don't even care. I try not to look at the pump. Just figure out what kind of mileage and pay for it. And one of the next things I wanted to get as an upgrade for this bike, maybe by the end of the summer, is a set of those replica K81 tires. And those are the tires we used when we raced at Bridgehampton and at Loudon. I've been asking other people that are using those replica tires, and they seem to be pretty happy with them. I may have to get a set. That would be a nice little touch to keep the bike very authentic. But believe it or not, with the bike set up to be almost totally stock, it's relatively comfortable, even on a day like today, where they haven't fixed a lot of the potholes up in this area yet, but I don't think they are. I didn't want to make this ride too long today because the weather really looked like it was closing in, number one, and Karen did want to get some stuff done in the yard, but you never know. And I took this picture to use for a thumbnail to remind me what a nice day. We snuck in a day in between the raindrops, but even a day like today where you've had a lot of fun, you got to cut it short, and it's time for us to get back to the farm. And we try to share a few minutes of our personal life, as well as obviously the motorcycling and painting and carbon fiber work. And our farm, an awful lot of people seem to enjoy sharing that part of our life. Now, anybody that has one of these bikes knows, as soon as you shut the engine off, you go back to being your real age. You're not 18 anymore. Really is. Nice ride. Weather was kind of cloudy. Looked like it was going to rain some of it, but we have a lot of work to do on our garden. We want to try to get some of that done today. We've got the material in-house, and Karen is excited about doing it. So the RD put me in a mood to be a farmer. So today's little project is flowers. Now, we did veggies yesterday, flowers today, and everything took. We don't have one drooping plant in the whole garden, and hanging baskets are us. Now, just like motorcycling, when you want to get labels off, these flower pots have labels that are terrible. You got to heat gun them off. Transplanting, so much fun. Oh, we got a banner crop going in today. Come on, baby. This is the fun of being a farm girl. This is always one of the most fun things, setting up all the flowers. The veggies, but the flowers are a lot more fun. That came out nice.
You know, I should have aligned everything a little bit better, but I just want, like I said, I just want to see what it takes. Doesn't take, I'll straighten it out later.
And every year we make our garden just a little bit different. It's like the garden is evil twins, and we really take a lot of pride in the planting we do each year. So Karen came up with a great idea where to put that plaque. Scott and John, both of you, thank you. It's right in my editing area that I edit in every day. I get to see it every minute that I'm editing. And guys, thank you so much. That really floated my boat. A little tip, and I wanted to put this on video. This got chewed up pretty well and we use it every day, of course, and taking a camera on and off hundreds of times. This is a real GoPro wind slayer, not a fake one, not an imitation. Must say GoPro. Well, I found out that Amazon has them for $40. One for $40. I found two for $19. There's two of them, and they're real GoPros, guaranteed real GoPros. It's got to say GoPro, and it's got to be in a box that says GoPro. Two for $19. So at the end of this day, as I'm editing the video, I'm looking back at the wet roads and some of the potholes, and I'm thinking, even that doesn't deter you from having a great day. It really doesn't matter what bike you ride. It seems like the joy of motorcycling comes from the doing, not from the having the, at least for me anyway. Just being on any bike is better than not being on a bike. And one of my friends, Donnie, who I've heard him say he would like to live on a motorcycle. Well, I'm not quite at that level, but well, maybe he is. I don't know. But I do enjoy riding, and every day with the RD to me is really a special treasure. And may your next ride be free from those sirens. Anyway, thanks for watching.